Welcome to the Say Loud podcast where we pause, reflect, and grow. My name is Tay, and as I always say, it is a blessing that I'm still the host of this podcast. Y'all excuse all the noises you may hear. We got the ice machine going. I told y'all how in my household we like ice. So the ice machine is on all day. It is equally like 1 in the morning. So yeah, you might hear the air cut on because it's hot as hell outside. Literally, if I could imagine hell to be any kind of temperature, it would be what it's been this summer. Literally hot as hell. Um, so yeah. Anyways, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome to my current listeners and my new listeners. I have not abandoned y'all. I promise. Don't cuss me out. Don't get on my case. I have not abandoned y'all. It has been a month and like a week since I released. No, I'm lying. 2 months actually. And y'all, a lot has happened in 2 months. And I never want to get on here and make y'all feel like I'm just coming up here with excuses of why I'm not releasing nothing. Oh, you don't really care. You say this your passion, but you treat it as such. And that's not the case. I am just a young 24-year-old girl. I'm not a girl, young lady. Trying to just figure out life. And sometimes life just get the best of you. I never want to come across as if I got it all together and I have all the answers. You know, I say all the time, like, I am the epitome of my podcast, Pause, Reflect, and Grow, because I feel like I'm always at a point where I have to take a moment to pause and reflect and literally choose growth over taking a few steps back intentionally and unintentionally. So a lot has happened in these 2 months. I'm really trying to figure out school. I'm trying to figure out work. I am in the process of grieving. That is the most recent thing. I recently just lost my grandma. May you rest in heaven, Grandma Shirley. Marie, I miss you. And I am trying to learn how to properly do that. In the midst of, I feel like I'm grieving her, but I'm also grieving a season of my life that I'm no longer in. I'm grieving certain relationships that I no longer have the capacity to invest in or entertain. Yeah, so I got a lot going on, but enough. And I don't want nobody to feel like, oh, life could be worse, or have that perspective of me like, you could be homeless. A lot of other things could be going on. You saying a lot is going on. And granted, I do have it better than most, and I'm grateful every day that I wake up. And my circumstances or situations aren't as bad as others, but equally, I had a lot going on. Honestly tired. I'm literally ready to take a vacation, a real one. Because sometimes when you be off work or when you go on certain trips and stuff, it don't feel like you be resting. I really need like some time to just pause for real and like get away. So that's just really what's been going on with me. I wanted this episode to kind of be like I'm just vibing, I'm just talking, just catching up. Yeah. I've really just been in a quiet space, to be honest. Like, in me trying to learn how to navigate this new season of my life, it's kind of uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable, as we know. But I'm trying to figure out how to grow and not stop my growth, understand the areas that I've grown in, and be intentional about not going back. And sometimes when you grow out of a season, you just grow out of relationships. And that's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard thing to just accept and be open to, right? Without it being no fallout, like nothing happened. It's just that relationship doesn't serve me anymore, or and I feel like some people could use that a little loosely, but what I'm trying to say is like I'm just not in that season anymore. Like, sometimes certain relationships are just for a season. Like, when I was really outside, when outside had me outside, I was around certain people, and now I'm not really doing that like that. So I'm not around those same people. So I'm just past that point in my life. Like, I like to have a good time. I like to have a key and all that. But now it's just like in a different way. And not only that, just really trying to learn how to manage my time in all of that with work. And I never once, and I know I know I always do this when I be like, oh, I'm gonna get a pen, I'm talking, I'm vibing, but then I be feel like I'm talking in circles. Anyway, um, I equally don't want in the midst of, and this is what I'm struggling with right now. So if y'all got some advice, hit me up. What I'm struggling with right now is trying to navigate this new space, have some understanding, but let the people know that I'm close to and that I love, and like family members and friends that I care about, let them know like I still love them. It's no love lost. Like nothing has happened. I don't feel no ways tired about you. Like I'm just in a different place. And yes, you can communicate that, but I know like the kind of friends that I have, they're not like needy or very, very clingy, but at the same time, we don't do well with not talking for a long time. Like certain friends, like my best friend, we be good. I could not talk to her for a year and we straight. Not that I would ever do that intentionally, but we have experienced moments in time where we just have not talked. And it's never been no issue or nothing. But then when we get back and we talk like we've been having conversation month to month, you know? So I know there, and if you listening friends, I love y'all. It's no beef. It's not that I don't like you. Because I know for people who don't know me, or people who know a version of me, and I still think this is a part of me, I could come across as if I don't like someone, and that's not the case. Or like I'm a very big on action and words, and when I take a step back, that can be communicated as something is wrong. And in this case, nothing is wrong. I'm really just trying to figure out me and figure out life. I'm really just at a transitional point, and I really feel like I used to feel like I was a person who really could handle change and transition well. And I think I still do, but not as well as I thought I did. So I'm just learning myself every day. I feel like I'm learning myself every moment and chance I get. I feel like I'm at a point of trying to figure out, okay, this is what I need to do better here. This is what I need to do better there. Like, that's really what's been going on with me, y'all. I've really just been trying to figure out life. I've really just been trying to figure out me. Even in this, I've been taking my relationship with God very seriously. And if you know from experience, and for people who don't know, when you make that choice to be committed in something real, be committed in something, what's the word I'm looking for? Divine. Because I know I may have some listeners who may believe in something else, and do you? I'm not judging you at all. But when you make not idea, what am I talking about? When you make that commitment, a lot of things in your life change, your perspective shift, everything about you kind of changes in a way. And it's a willful change, but it's a very aware space that I'm in. Like, and I feel like I'm just very sensitive to a lot of things. So certain people or certain situations I don't have the capacity to deal with right now. And that's just what it is. So you take it or leave it. I'm trying to do what's best for me and what's best for my life, right? And what's just best for Tay. And sometimes you just gotta do that, y'all. Y'all gotta figure out what is best for you. And it may take some time to do. But guess what? Just take the time to do it, because you just can't keep operating off low fuel and just doing for everybody and not trying to invest in yourself. So I'm just in a space where I'm really been trying to invest in myself, invest in my walk with Christ, invest in just me and as a whole. I know I feel like I'm saying the same thing, but it's really what it is. Like, really, I've been out of school for a year, and today is what, June 26th? A year and almost 2 months So now I told myself, like, I'm going to get this year to BS, do what you want to do, try to pay some stuff off. And in the midst of it, I've realized I've mismanaged some time. There are some things I've been productive in, but I'm not as far as I want to be. And I just feel like, it's been a year and almost 2 months. Something got to show for it now. And sometimes you can get caught up in seeing other people achieve certain goals when y'all started at the same place, right? You can get caught up in that. I know for me, not from an envious or jealous state. It's just like, dang, all right, they at this point, so you need to be doing something. But I had to be okay with, taking the time I needed to take a break because college was really stressful for me, actually. Like, it was cool. I met some of my favorite people. I met some friends that have turned to family. I've learned some really good lessons. I've made some good connections with professors and different people, like through internships or whatever. But it was really like one of the hardest times of my life. Like, we experienced COVID. Um, I just was going through mentally. I was going through with the school itself because they was trying to play in my face all the way up until the time that I left. So it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. So yeah, y'all. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, yes, these things is going on, but I gotta figure out what's next for me. What is the next steps? Even regarding the podcast, like then it was my thoughts are, what is the next direction for my podcast? Because yes, it is centered around pause, reflecting, and grow, but I really do it based off what I can speak to and what I have experienced. And I just wanted to continue to feel authentic. I want authenticity to exude from this. And I want people to learn from just my mistakes and what I've been through, or just, and continue. The goal is to continue to open up the conversation, right? But I told you, like I said, just a little while ago, I have mismanaged some time. And then I had to deal with a little bit of guilt. Y'all, I'm telling you, I had a world of emotions these past 2 months. I had to deal with some guilt with just the fact that I came to and I don't even want to call this a pause. I kind of stopped for a second, just doing everything. I just stopped. I just stopped doing everything. It just became, I'm just going to work and I'm going to pay my little bills and I'm going to live life day to day. Like, that's what it became. And so now I'm making the decision, like, I can no longer just stay in this space of stopping. I can no longer use life as an excuse, and that's never my intent. But when you, like I said, if y'all got some advice, reach out to me. When you are just in a new space in life and you are taking a spiritual walk and grieving, and not just grieving an actual death, grieving relationships and grieving an old version of yourself, on top of just trying to transition into adulthood, that can be a lot, right? And it could be time consuming in so many ways, whether it's work, whether it's helping family, whether it's trying to pay bills, trying to make sure you on top of stuff. Like, if I could advise anybody younger than me or my age or older, don't wait to pay the tickets on your car because that adds up. And if you don't have no easy pass, get out the express lane. Some days, all right, that's cool, but don't make it a habit to keep doing it, right? So I'm just like, trying to micromanage just made me mismanage time and just let time pass me by and not really. And it's crazy because I'm usually a very planned, thought out, critical person. But when I tell you, I just been in a space where I'm just like, God, whatever happens, happens. That's just where I've been at. And I'm trying to shake out of that, especially, with grieving. Like, it's new to me to this extent. And I was really close with my grandma. Love her to life. I was able to see her before she passed. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. I was able to see her before she passed. I was able to say my goodbyes, and it wasn't like it was a relationship where it was strained. It's just more of like I miss her. You know what I mean? It's just more like I can't call her. Um, I would do anything just for her to call me, and y'all, we wouldn't have like the longest conversations. It would be the most funniest but most loving 5 minutes ever in on a phone call. And my grandma ain't play about hanging up. When she was done talking to you, she was done talking to you, and that was it. So I'm just trying to navigate through all of that. All while also feeling guilt from, okay, you announced you're going to do Patreon with your podcast. You're going to do this, that, and the third. And you went right back to square one. You did exactly what you said you wasn't going to do. And you know what? I have to be okay with my actions because one, it's already done. I can't change yesterday. All I could do is look forward to tomorrow, and be intentional about my future. So I had to get past that. Like I told y'all, I can be an overthinker. And I've just even been working through that. Excuse me. Just announcing all these things for the podcast and feeling like I had momentum, and I did. I was doing really good. I was being consistent, and then life said, "Yeah, okay, you think you ready to do all this?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that just wasn't the case. So now I'm just at a point where I have to rebuild, refocus, and just restart some things. And that's okay. I want y'all to know that that is okay to do, to take a moment to reset. Because sometimes life gets hard, and I'm not at a point where there's a team or there's somebody that can record my podcast for me when I'm not. You know what I'm saying? When I'm down and out, there's nobody that can take over. It's not that kind of situation as of yet. So I just want y'all to know it's okay to reset. It's okay to put a pause on things. For example, Patreon. I am not doing Patreon right now. I am not comfortable asking my listeners to help me monetize my podcast, and it's not something that, and not purposely, and I hate to say it this way, but it's not something that I have been totally and completely consistent in, because I don't believe in, okay, you get an episode when you get an episode, but then I don't care if I priced it at $5 or $10, I'm gonna expect that $5 or $10. It's gonna put it out your account. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not okay with that. So I am looking to other ways to provide Selah as its own what's the word I'm looking for? Platform outside of social media. So I am looking towards those things, and it's gonna happen. And I'm be fine. I'm be fine, and we're still going to see results. This is just real and raw, y'all. This is what it's like when it's all on you. And not that I don't have any assistance, I don't go to anybody about my podcast, but this is just what it's like starting out. And I'm only on year 2. Right? I'm only on year 2. So this is what it's like starting out, pursuing a passion, pursuing your purpose. This is what it is. It's going to be a lot of ups and it's going to be a lot of downs, but you have to choose to show up. Even if it's not the way others want you to show up, you still got to show up. And I know this is tricky because, things like social media and podcasts, the best way for them to thrive is through consistency. And I'm going to learn, and I'm still learning how to show up in that way. But I did want to come on here and just tell y'all a little bit about what's been going on with me, where my head's really been at, and why I haven't really been as vocal. Because I really just took a step back from everything and just stopped and just have been silent. But I'm learning what this new voice is like. And I know I could sound the same to y'all, but for me, my conversation is a little different. My approach to things are a little different. My perspective to things are a little different. I think I done gained a little bit of patience, y'all. Y'all know I so up and down. I ain't had none. And that wasn't just me talking. I really ain't had none. And I'm still working on it, but I think I've gained some as of late. And just, learning how to move through the motions with life. I am going back to therapy. I've been out of therapy for about a year. And therapy is not supposed to be forever. It's not my belief. It's not even my true understanding that it's supposed to be forever. But I do think in this new phase of life, I need some new tools to learn how to cope and learn how to be productive in this phase of life and not feeling like, okay, or just being stuck in my stop, if that makes sense. Um, so I am looking forward to that, going back to therapy and finding me a therapist because I wish I could keep the same one I had before, but maybe he was just for a season, maybe I need a different kind of therapist and I'm open to that. So that's where I'm at lately, y'all, trying to navigate life, trying to find a therapist, and yeah, pray for a miracle that somebody just accidentally put $1 million in my account. You know what I'm saying? Um, and yeah, that's what's been going on with me. Selah does have some excited things coming up. And I don't, and even, I don't feel guilty anymore, but I will say, like, there is a thing now. I feel like if I'm announcing something, I really, really got to stick to it because it's like every time you announce something, it'd be like, what happened? Where is that? What you talk about? You know? But that's not the case this time. There is some exciting things happening for Selah, some new avenues that I am looking forward to using. So I'm excited. I hope I can reignite y'all fire and get y'all excited. And I hope y'all can just respect the space that I have been in and understand just where I am coming from. There is a lot of things that I want to talk about. My next episode, I'm going to talk about, how to steward change. Basically, how do you just talk about my process of navigating through life as of late and navigating through my spiritual walk with Christ, and just how do you do that? How do you steward? Like, it's one of them things you learn something in class. How do you retain it properly and make sure you're acting upon it? So that's what my next episode is going to be about. So hopefully you guys come back and tune in for that. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Selah_pod. That is SELAH_POD. Again, SELAH_POD, where you will get all the info needed regarding the podcast, any announcements, any icebreaker questions. I was about to say, shoot, I forgot to post one, but it's Wednesday. Well, it's Thursday, but I'll post it later in the day. Any polls that I might do, and I have recently started doing pause, reflect, and grow Fridays, where I just post on my story about the things that I've had to, take a pause on during the week. So hopefully you guys tune in and, tap in and follow and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend and one more friend. And you can find the podcast on YouTube at the Selah Podcast, and the T of the S of Selah and the P of podcast are all capitalized. And you'll see a green logo and you'll see Tay or Tay Andre Evans, and that is me. And go catch up on some previous episodes, whether it's from this year or last year. Go catch up and then come back for more for the new ones, and maybe you guys will hear the difference in my conversation, or hopefully you will notice the growth that I have just been trying to embrace. And yeah, I have some exciting things happening. Hopefully you guys will still be around to see them. And hopefully everyone has been well as well. I know these are trying times. People are feeling worried because of these situations where WIG has ignited a war. Money ain't what it used to be. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot is going on in the world, but I just want to encourage everybody to keep the faith, and believe that everything is going to be all right, and denounce anxiety, denounce fear every day. Because I know what it may look like. I know what the doctor may say. I know what the president is saying. I know what the judge may say. I know what people may say. But at the end of the day, for me personally, I know God has the last say. And I know that I can only control what I can control, and that's that. And yeah, hopefully I get to hear from you guys after this episode is posted, even though it was just a quick little update, quick little here. This was been going on with me. Hopefully you guys reach out, DM me if you want to talk, if you want to ask any questions, if you got any advice on how to gauge all the things that I just told you I'm trying to gauge, please, by all means, reach out, please and thank you. And yeah, I'm excited about what's next for the podcast. I'm excited and I'm open to the change. I'm open to the new. And it's refreshing. Growth is uncomfortable, but it is refreshing, and I'm excited for it. And I believe that, I was on Bible study today with my mentor, Ashley McCoy. She had Pastor Brandon on there, and he was just talking about how God still can use your mismanaged time. And I believe that's what's going to happen for me. He's going to still use the time that I mismanaged intentionally and unintentionally. So, yeah, you guys, hopefully that was enough to get y'all through to the next episode. And I promise it will be out within another week. We are back on schedule every other Saturday, bi-weekly. And if anything changes, I'm going to learn to communicate that, because I know I just be rocking out, and I could really just put on a story like no episode today or coming out late or something like that. I really could. But you know what? You live and you learn. We listen and we don't judge, and that's that. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all more than y'all know. Thank you for staying present, for staying consistent, even the likes and the interaction I get on Instagram. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, because you guys don't have to interact with me. You really don't. One, because you just don't, and two, because, the ups and the downs, but it's okay, because like I said, God is going to handle my mismanaged time. So I can't wait to talk to you guys next episode. Again, we're going to be talking about how to steward change. And I'm excited about it because I'm going to have some people I hold very, very, very dear to my heart to help talk about this conversation, because it's a process that we are all going through together, but in our own ways. So, yeah. I love you guys. Even if they're not on that specific episode, they will be on one where we all will get to talk about it. But I don't want to announce them right now. Okay. I might just kick off the topic by myself. We'll see. Either way, it'll be out in a week. You don't gotta worry about it. Every other Saturday, bi-weekly, we back on it. And if not, I'm going to communicate how I always talk about communicating on all these other podcast episodes. I'm going to communicate with you guys. I love you. I'm grateful and thank you. And please don't ever, 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 ever forget to pause, reflect, and grow. Until next time.